Hello friends, this is Promi and welcome back to the Kerbal Commonwealth Space Agency. In this episode, Jeb is going to take another aircraft out to take temperature readings of Bob Rod's periphery, and we're going to hopefully set a new altitude record of 11,000 meters. And if we have time, we will see if we can do another mission after that. So, let's head to the spaceplane hangar. Okay, we're going to make this plane out of very similar components that we used for the SA-1 Seagull, but we're going to try quite a different configuration. So let's try to make this quick. I think we're all set up. So let's name this thing. It'll be the SA-2 Kestrel. Alright, let's head to the launch pad. Okay, here we are on the runway, I should have said. Just turn the brakes on. Put the throttle up. Let's make sure our control surfaces are all working as we expect them to. Looks good. And make sure our engine has the proper thrust direction. It'd be somewhat embarrassing if we went backwards. Let's turn our navigation on for Bob Rod's periphery. And we should be good for takeoff. Start our engine up. Can leave the brakes on a little longer while it spools up, because no danger of this nosing over like with the Seagull. Bumpy runway. Yep, there we go. And we are up. Let's pull our flaps in. Set up our improved chase camera. Turn this thing around. So I believe Bob Rod's periphery is behind us. Let's bring out our Fairham Aerospace panel and see what's going on here. And there's Bob Rod's periphery on the nav ball. Give us some climb, about 20 degrees. Looks like we're drooping a little bit. SAS does not want to keep that heading. Well, looks like we have some experiments we can do. do a crew report. You see vast expanses of green below you. Yes, indeed. And temperature scan. And nothing too interesting there. Let's see if we can coax this into staying at this heading. Or not the heading, but the climb angle. Come on, SES. You know you want to do it. Maybe not. Alright, let's bring out the pilot assistance. Oh dear, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Pilot assistance will help us out here. Let's get our vertical speed control. We want our altitude be 11,000 and engage that. No, 11,000. There we go. Let's just take a nice look here without our UI on. Not a bad looking aircraft, if I do say so. So, Kerbal Space Program 1.0, by all accounts, looks like it's going to be coming out in a little over a week. This might throw a bit of a wrench in my career playthrough here. We're not very far in. I don't really want to start over. If necessary, I might do some save file editing to get it to work properly. Halnie's obviously going to have the new female Kerbal model. Hopefully that'll be something that is editable in the save file. What else? I think Valentina might be a default orange suit, so she'll be joining our crew at that point. Lots of new parts that are coming, as well as revisions to the tech tree. Well, it doesn't affect me too much because I am using my custom tree, but I'll have to assign the new parts to appropriate nodes. Let's see what altitude we're at here. Okay, we're coming up on 8,000 meters. Okay, 9,000, because landing height. What else? There are all the mods that will have to be updated, probably. So, that might cause some delays. I do have another game that I was wanting to play. So if waiting for mods to get updated really sets me back, then I'll still have some videos to put out. Oh, looks like we're flattening out here. Let's turn off flight assist and just do this manually now. Looks like the air is thinner up here. The stall, I saw minor stalling there. Oh, it looks like we got our contract. Okay. Good, good. We got our 11,000 meter contract. Okay. Looks like we're a bit off course. Let's head down this way. I think the area is fairly large. Oh, we're going Mach 1. We feel like an aircraft of this configuration shouldn't be able to go to Mach 1. Oh, there we go. Okay. Log temperature. Keep that. And we got that one as well. It's a good chunk of money. Okay. head back to the Space Center. Oop. Gentle, gentle on the controls. This thing's quite maneuverable. And I know with these canard configurations, if you maneuver too hard horizontally like this, your canards can stall and then you'll go into a dive. Let's see if there's any nice picturesque mountains we can fly between. Maybe... okay. So yeah, over there. Through the clouds. I think there's a good area to fly through. Should be nice. Let's turn off our interface again. Have a nice scenic view of the mountains. I'm not seeing any trees. I do remember there being trees over here. I do find the ground scatter. Sometimes it likes to show up and sometimes it does not. Now, it would have been nice to see a forest. Those are still pretty scenic though. That's quite nice. Okay. We could land back at our Space Center, or we could also land over on our island runway. Oh, the trees showed up. Just a little patch here. Let's skim the treetops. And the football trees. Alright, I've lost sight of the Space Center. Let's climb up again. Oh, I think there it is. Yep. Trouble with the basic runway is it's all lumpy bumpy and the round around it is totally flat, so it kind of is almost silly to land on the runway. Max Maps did, or was it Max Maps? There was someone who shared a picture of the Space Center grounds in 1.0, and it looks like they may not be totally flat, to sort of make the basic runway somewhat more useful. But I think in this case, Jeb does not have a whole lot of faith in the people that are tending to our runway. So we are probably going to land beside it. Some more nice trees. Okay, let's turn our interface back on. And throttle down to about 2/3 or so. Put out our flaps. Landing. And our gear. Whoop, whoop. Okay, the flaps are giving us a bit of a pitch down. So if I keep the spoilers engaged, that counters it. Looks like we're porpoising a little bit. Let's throttle all the way down. Okay, they were bleeding lots of speed. Nope, no, 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 no. No stalling. No crazy shenanigans. Nope. Up, 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 up. This plane is behaving oddly. I think the fuel is in such a no, Jeb, no, 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 no. Oh, well, our engine flew off. Huh. Hello, engine. You just can't bring the aircraft back intact, can you, Jeb? Well, that looked like it could have gone a whole lot worse. I think our center of lift was moving too far forward, or rather, our center of mass was moving too far back with the fuel draining from here. Unfortunately, I can't move the fuel around yet. Well, this is why we have Jeb test piloting these aircraft. Because he seems to always come out alive, even when he breaks them. Anyway, let's see here. Doesn't look like we have anything we can do. Let's make sure. Let's get Jeb out on an EVA and collect the data we've done. Okay, we didn't get any pressure experiments. Crew report, store, board. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything new. Okay, let us get someone to tow this the short distance back to the Space Center. Okay, we got 40 science. 40? How do we get that much science? I guess maybe that counts what we got from the contracts. Or no, that's our total science, derp. Okay, no, we got 3.6 science. And how much? We got 90, almost 98%, so that's pretty much as good as coming back to the Space Center. I guess we weren't that far away. And no experience for Jeb, because he's done all this stuff before. He's used to breaking airplanes. Okay, so 40.9 science. Our funds are up to 57,000. And let's check in with Gene again. Okay, another altitude record. Okay, 22,000. Do not think our aircraft could manage that, so we're gonna do with rockets. We know now that the World First Record Keeping Society has no respect for our probe cores, so we'll probably send Halnie up since she has been training for her orbital flight. This of course will be suborbital because we don't want to orbit until we manage to get this one. So we'll accept that. And let's see, what else can we do on that same mission? Escape the atmosphere? Probably don't want that. Might be another altitude record between 22,000 and orbiting. I don't think there is, but there might be. So let's see what else we could do. Solid fuel booster, splash down. Activate. No, that's not going to do. inline cockpit on the sub-orbital trajectory. No, too high. Mark 1 command pod, also too high. Stacked a coupler landed. These are all pretty tiny amounts of money. Don't think they're really worth doing. This one's okay. Real shoot, radial shoot. And that is 10,000 to 18,000. That one might be worth doing. We also have our Mark 16, which is our standard one. That's a much smaller amount. Lander can. In flight over Kerbal. That could also work. Visual surveys. Okay, that's in a specific location. I think testing this radial shoot is probably our best bet. So let's accept that one. Not actually sure what the difference between the real shoot, radial shoot, and the standard radial shoot is. I'll have to take a closer look at them. Okay, so let's head over to the VAB and make our new rocket. This rocket's going to be very similar to the firecracker, the L1 firecracker that we used in our unsuccessful altitude record attempt, except we're going to use a liquid fuel rocket this time. I think the single solid booster won't be enough by itself. So we're going to go with this small liquid fuel booster configuration. We don't really need a decoupler, but just for safety's sake, let's put it on there. And our command pod. Change the flag to Space Agency flag. Let's put on some wings, similar to we did with the firecracker for stability. Let's put it on like this. And for a little added control, we're going to put some control surfaces on here as well. Like that. And we'll move the whole thing back in order to be able to land on the wings rather than on the engine bell. Now we're supposed to test these radial chutes. So we'll put them on the sides here. And just as a backup and to round off our nose, we'll put on the trusty Mark 16 parachute as well. Let's recess these radial chutes in a little bit. That should be good. Yeah. And let's put some experiments on here. We should be able to get some readings from the upper atmosphere on this flight. And as usual, I left symmetry on. And let's make these look a little nicer. Like so. And like so. And that should be it. Let's set up our staging. We want the engine in the first stage. We want our two radials in the next stage. And then as a sort of emergency system, we have our decoupler and our Mark 16. So let's get our astronaut in training, Halnie. We'll be flying this mission. And we'll call it the launch vehicle will be the L2 Torch. And the capsule will be called Imagination 1. Okay, let's save it and head to the launch pad. Okay, here we are with Halnie on the launch pad. We will throttle down to about 1/3. Don't need a whole lot of thrust for this tiny little vehicle. Put our stability assist on. Let's put fine controls on as well, just because we've got lots of control surfaces for a rocket of this size. And I think we're ready for takeoff. So, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Here we go. Let's roll this so that we can aim ourselves towards the ocean more easily. We have those 2 fins to be able to grab the air, and just a little bit over. That should be good. Taking us away from our space center. Let's bring up our contracts panel here so we can see when we are able to test our parachutes. I think this might not be right. Pre-deployment. Yeah, that's... Probably want pre-deployment on whenever we press the button. So that'll be fine. Copy that. Okay. So we've met our things now, but we don't want to deploy the chutes on the way up. Let's check our apoapsis. That should be good for our contract. Looks like we can get some signs from the upper atmosphere. Crew report. You peer out from your cabin and take notes about the current environment. Okay. Temperature scan. Quality temperature from the current environment and pressure scan. The air is thin up here. Crew will require pressurized cabins or suits. And Halnie has both of those. So we're good. Looks like we got our contract done. Let's turn off stability assist. Let's let this thing orient itself as it wants. And we are descending back down towards the surface. Let's get this thing to stop wobbling around. Give Halnie a bit of motion sickness, I think. Okay, almost there. Speed is not quite right. 440. Come on. Chute deployment unsafe. No, it looks like we did not get that contract done. We're gonna slow down. This is I don't like the look of this. Let's decouple that. This thing's too much of a long dart. Ooh. Deploy that chute. Okay. Well, good thing we used that decoupler and Mark 16 parachute. Looks like we're going to land on the land after all. There goes our stage. I think we were just a little bit too streamlined, pointing downwards like that. Just going to time accelerate us. Another piece. And that's us on the ground. See if there's anything else for Halnie to get here. No EVA reports. Take that. And take the pressure data and the crew report. Store everything back in our capsule. Grab and board. Okay, looks like we got all the science we can get right now. So, let's get personnel to come recover our capsule. And I seem to have a cat. Hello, cat. You're in my way. Okay, cover the vessel. So we got 9 science. Puts us at 49, so we can probably unlock another technology. Got 98% of our value back. Of course, that doesn't include the stage that we decoupled. The mission was not so great for reusability. And Halnie got some experience. Good, good. Let's go back to check with Jean to see if we have any more altitude records to set. And looks like we do. 33,000. Alright. Let's accept that. We still have our radial chute thing. So maybe we can do another flight. First, let's go to the R&D, see what we can unlock. Okay, combat tools is Kerbal attachment system parts. Polymers as our parachutes. I think we discussed this before, that we want to get field experimentation. So I think applied chemistry is our next stop. So research applied chemistry. And then yes, field experimentation gives us mystery goo, as well as some ScanSat parts. So we can map Kerbin. That'll be cool. Got batteries up here. So what's that? Seems to be a wing on this node. That's not right. I'll have to fix that in my config files. Thought I caught all those. Anyway, let's go back. And let's go back to the VAB once again. Okay, here we are back in the VAB. And let's modify this slightly. I'll take this and replace it with a slightly larger one. There we go. Otherwise this will be pretty much unchanged. Call this the L2A torch. Will be Imagination 2. Okay, let's change our staging a little bit. Looks like our engine moved somewhere. And I think probably want to put this Mark 16 parachute in a lower stage, deploy it fairly high up as sort of a drogue chute. And then let's put each of these radials in their own stage so we can kind of deploy them one at a time. And then our decoupler's still there in case of emergencies. I think this should work better. Let's rotate the whole thing so it's facing in the direction we want to go. Save it. Let's put Halnie back in here. And let's give it another go. Okay, let's bring our contract panel out here so we can see what's going on. Throttle down a little bit. Put our stability assist on. And let's make sure these parachutes are doing what we want them to do. Pressure, copy to counterparts. Let's make this one similar to the other ones. Actually, let's take them both down to 1500 or so. Okay. Oops, forgot to copy that to the other one. Copy. Okay. Should be good to go. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and launch. So let's tilt over a little bit so we are facing the ocean. Not too much though, I don't want to go too far out. Still probably more than necessary. It'll be okay. Seem to be wiggling a little bit. Let's take a look at our map view. To speed this up a little bit. Got some Mach effects happening. Okay, and our engine is out. Let's see what our apoapsis looks like. 44,000. Okay. I hope there wasn't a contract for 44,000. Well, maybe we will lose some. Okay, yeah, we won't hit 44. So if that's still a future record we could get. I don't know. Do we think it goes 44, 45, 46? Or no, 44, 55, 66. And then orbit? Maybe? Seems a little excessive. I doubt that it has all of those. But we have our altitude record. Okay, now we just need to see about getting that parachute testing contract done. Let's turn off stability assist so this thing follows its arc. Nose is down. Speed this up a little bit. Actually, let's take a look, see if we can what we can see into space. Oh, we can see the stars up here. That's nice. And the big green, it's probably Jewel. It's the sun. 3 more planets. Duna, Eve, and Oho, I guess. Yep. Halnie seems fairly amazed by the view. Okay. Heading down. Let's try to stabilize this a little bit. When should we deploy our chute? Don't want to be going too fast. Okay, let's try popping the drogue chute now. Oh, it failed. How about now? Nope. We try it again. There it goes. Oh, We lost our chute. Oh, okay, something bad is happening. Decouple. Okay. I thought that was going to work this time. Looks like we got some experiments we can do though. Group work from over Kerbin's water and temperature from over Kerbin's water. We're gonna have to figure this parachute business out if we want to complete that contract. And Kersploosh. Kersploosh. Still going. Oh, there's its shadow. So long, rocket. Yep. Alright, let's speed this up. Maybe I need to use one of the radials as a drogue chute as well. Maybe this contract is just, well, I don't know, I don't want to fail the contract. I'll figure something out. Slowly, slowly descending towards the surface. And almost there. Sploosh. Okay, looks like there's some more science we can get here. So we got EVA report from Kerbin's water. Let's take our data from our thermometer and our barometer, no, we didn't get any pressure scans, okay. Take data from the crew capsule and store everything back in. Oh, looks like we're having troubles getting back in. It's partially submerged. There we go. Okay, and we have some more stuff we can do here. Pressure scan from Kerbin's water. Temperature scan from Kerbin's water, and a crew report from Kerbin's water. Where are we? We're a fair ways away from the Space Center now. Okay, let's recover the vessel. So we got 8.9 science. Got 97% back of our capsule. Again, the launch stage was destroyed. And no extra experience for Halnie. Okay, back once again, see what we have here. Altitude record of 56,000. Okay, they just keep coming, don't they? Good money, though. Accept that. Okay, so I think in our next episode, we will complete the remaining altitude record contracts, and then finally put a Kerbal into orbit. So, I hope you enjoyed this. This has been Promi. Thanks for watching.